Earning your degree online doesn't mean you have to go about it alone. At Capella University, we're here to support you when you're ready. From enrollment counselors who get to know you and your goals, to academic coaches who can help you form a plan to stay on track. We care about your success and are dedicated to helping you pursue your goals. Going back to school is a big step, but having support at every step of your academic journey can make a big difference. Imagine your future differently at capella.edu.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
Blackstone Cherry has been around since 2001. They're from Edmonton, Kentucky, Southern rock. You'll know them for their driving drums, big riffs, killer singer, 8 studio albums. They have a couple EPs, 17 singles on the U.S. mainstream rock tracks chart. Big band. And when their guitarist Ben Wells was a guest, we talked about the music, the band, songwriting, touring, and all that good stuff. And we got into a lot of other things, like the crappy jobs that he's had, whether he believes in aliens. We talked about playing the Royal Albert Hall, Elvis Presley, comic books, Batman and Deadpool. Ben shared a near-death driving story, playing Download Festival with Guns N' Roses, his love of the Cincinnati Reds. We talked about binge-watching Ted Lasso, Daisy Jones, and Shrinking. And Ben told his first concert story. Listen to this.
First concert, my first big official concert was Aerosmith in 1997.
Wow.
In Nashville, Tennessee.
So what album would have that been touring, do you know?
9 Lives.
9 Lives, okay, like Pink.
And Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees. And
Yeah.
Great songs on there.
What's some of their best stuff, do you think?
I love everything Aerosmith. I mean, I get in certain moods sometimes. I'll listen to a lot of the 70s Aerosmith, obviously, like Toys in the Attic and Rocks are just incredible albums.
Right.
And Get Your Wings. And then I'll get into the mood where I want to go to the 80s era and listen to the classics, like, Pump and Permanent Vacation.
Yeah.
Dude,
the Permanent Vacation was like, it was such as just a, it was almost like Clear. You just restarted that band, right? Like Permanent Vacation.
That was their mega comeback, Loving It later and Janie's Pump. But
Janie's Got a Gun, yeah.
Sammy's Got a Gun, fantastic songs. But one of my favorite albums to them this day is Get a Grip, which that came out in 1993.
And that's like Eat the Rich and all that?
It was like a greatest hits album. Crying, Crazy, Eat the Rich, Amazing. There's so many great songs on that album.
So many, yeah. And what still stands out from your first concert seeing them?
I remember just staring at them on stage, but then also transporting myself thinking, wow, this is so cool because they're playing this show, then they're getting on a bus and they're going to another place and they're going to do it again. And then they're going to do it again. I was like, what's going on backstage right now? Those are the kind of things that were in my mind that I was so interested in,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that lifestyle. That's what I dreamt of, And so, not only taking in the show and just being enthralled that I was looking at these famous musicians on a stage, but also like what's going on afterwards, where are they going tomorrow? I love that.
Listen to This on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC approved repair shop. Visit them on Facebook and Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies.
Talmor, Sheshin Marachi. Talmor is my home. My family have worked the land for generations. My gran says the island does not belong to us, but we belong to the island. And we must be ready, for a great evil is coming, and death follows with it.
Listen and subscribe to the latest season of Undertow, The Harrowing, a Storyglass production presented by Realm, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
I'm Laura Cathcart-Robbins, and I'm the host and creator of Only One in the Room podcast. Every week, my co-host Scott Slaughter and I invite you to join us for an hour and lose yourself in someone's incredible Only One story. We talk to the realest of real people, dealing with issues like infertility, addiction, human trafficking, and body shaming. Oh, and we want to be fair, so we talk to some celebrities too. Oscar winners, New York Times bestselling authors, supermodels, and even the most decorated U.S. Winter Olympian. Everyone is invited to share their Only One story with our listeners. This podcast is for anyone who has ever felt alone in a room full of people, which is to say that this podcast is for everyone. Download Only One in the Room wherever you listen to podcasts today.